What is a dot product? In mathematics, the dot product or scalar product is algebraic operation that takes two equivalent sequences of numbers, usually coordinate vectors, and returns a single number. In Euclidean geometry, the dot product of the Cartesian coordinates of two vectors is widely spaced even though it is not the only inner product. A vector has a magnitude or how long it is and a direction. Here are the two vectors. They can be multiplied using the dot product. The dot product is written using a central dot, A dot B. This means that the dot product of A and B. So we can calculate the dot product of two vectors this way. A dot B is equals to the x1 times x2 plus y1 times y2. So here is the example number 1. Find the dot product of vectors A and B. Vector A with a given component of 2 and 4, vector B with a given component of 3 and 2. So apply the formula. A dot B is equal to x sub 1 times x sub 2 plus y sub 1 times y sub 2. Substitute the given components. A dot B is equal to 2 x sub 1 times 3 x sub 2 plus 4 y sub 1 times 2 y sub 2. Then multiply. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4 times 2 is 8. So 6 plus 8 is 14. So the dot product of vectors A and B is 14. So how about the angle between the vectors? Let's proceed to the example number 2. What is the angle between vectors A and B? We can calculate the dot product of two vectors this way. A dot B is equal to the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B times the cosine theta. In order to get the angle, we can just derive the formula to get the angle. Cosine theta is equal to A dot B all over the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B. So first, we will solve the magnitude of A and B. The magnitude of A is equal to the square root of 2 squared plus 4 squared is equal to square root of 20. The magnitude of B is equal to the square root of 3 squared plus 2 squared is equal to square root of 13. So now we can substitute the magnitude A and B. Cosine theta is equal to A dot B 14 divided by the magnitude of A square root of 20 times the magnitude of B square root of 13. To get the angle, theta is equal to the inverse cosine multiplied by 14 divided by square root of 20 times square root of 13. The angle is 29.74 degrees. As we can see in the given vectors A and B, the angle between the vectors A and B is 29.74 degrees. So guys, this is the end of my video. I hope you've learned something. Thank you for watching.